Hello, welcome to King's Academy. My name is Silent Joes. At King's Academy, we give training for IELTS and OET. In this video tutorial, we're going to discuss about tenses and its application. And these lessons are mainly meant for students, those who are preparing for IELTS and OET. But the interesting thing about this lesson is purposely for spoken English students as well, because I'm making some spoken English lessons for those who want to improve their fluency and improve their grammar skills. So all of you can follow these notes. I'm trying to simplify how to teach you grammar, tenses, and how to improve your language skills. Basically flow and fluency. So you can always reach us by downloading our app, King's Academy IELTS 7, 8, and 9. And you can always reach us in our Facebook, King's Academy English, and you can contact me on my phone, WhatsApp. This lesson is mainly for tenses and their application. So in this lesson, I'm going to talk about active voice, basically. And in the coming lessons, in the next series, I'll be talking about passive voice. And this is also a number of series, because I need to cover present tense, past tense, and the future tense. So guys, please follow us. You can also follow. I'm going to upload this video. You can find these videos on our YouTube channel, Facebook, and any doubts, you can always reach me. We provide training for IELTS, OET, and spoken English as well. You can also reach us in our website, kingsacademyenglish.org. Right, so without wasting time, let's move into tenses, basically. So this is series 1, active voice, and in this first lesson, present tense. Okay, yes. Let's move on. So tenses and the application. So first of all, in this lesson, I'm going to teach you what is present tense. As you know that tense is basically seasons, how the language is organized, how the language is spoken in order to speak clearly and make others understand, and make the listeners understand what is the season and the times of the action which you are speaking about. So we got 4 types of tense, as in the case of any tense, like past and future. So here we have simple present, present continuous, present perfect, continuous. Okay. First, let's talk about simple present. Now, this tense is very important, especially for the students who are planning to appear IELTS, OET, and the competitive examinations, because simple present we use a lot. Yeah. So the application of simple present is quite a lot. It's really important, and we use simple present in most of the cases in our daily usages. Actually, unfortunately, this is one of the tenses mostly spoken mistakenly by many of the students from non-English speaking countries. So simple present is very, very important, mostly when if you're writing essays and when you speak about something, any topics in speaking, you mostly you need simple present. Okay, so before I'm moving on to the tenses, I want to tell you some important thing. So anyone of you planning to improve spoken English, so I have made these grammar lessons very simple, for you can follow clearly within 1 month or 2 months, maybe 1 month, because I have made all these lessons in modules, lessons, so that you can follow like 30 days if you want. So you can follow all these lessons, and after that I will give you past, future, passives, and other phrases, conversative phrases, common conversative phrases in English. So all these things will be uploaded soon, and so that very soon you can improve your language proficiency. Even though if you don't know how to speak, you don't have a good fluency flow in English, don't worry. So this is mainly meant for mediocres and average fluent students. So this is a very unique method of teaching you tenses and fluency spoken English. So guys, follow these video lessons, and continue to subscribe all the coming videos. All right, so let's talk about simple present. Actually, basically we use simple present in 5 situations. This is the most important thing you should know, and I want to tell you that I think this tense is the most used tense in our regular conversations, and if you use English, this is the most useful thing. I used to tell my students that if you are very good at, very brilliant at simple present, you can finish even 50% of your communication in English. So this is a very important thing. So the first situation, let's move on. Habitual actions. You know habitual actions? Things you do every day. Yeah. So I'll give you a lot of examples. So habitual actions in the sense that I go to church every day, I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I pray to God every day, and I do my homeworks when I come back from the school, as soon as I get back from the school. So things you do regularly. So, and regular and repeated works, this is also maybe not really habitual, but you do regularly. So maybe things you do repeatedly. Then the universal truth, of course, this is the most important thing, and things that doesn't change. It doesn't change. Actually, it is very, very stable. So the universal truth, like sun rises in the east, something like that. Then when you give some information, state some facts, make some request, permission, make some exclamation like exaggeration, or give some order, we all use simple present. All right, so you can imagine how useful simple present in our daily usage, academic usage, mostly students who is going for exams like IELTS. So this is very important in academic circumstance as well. So let's talk about the formation of this tense. Like in any tense, we need the subject plus and the verb and the object. So what is the important thing here you need to think about? When the subject is singular, you see that the subject is singular, you have to put the S form of the verb. So singular subject goes with singular verb. How do you make the verb singular? Put the S form. like a take, takes. So takes is the singular, take is the plural. Some people, they really misunderstood that, if you put some S with any word, you will get the plural. No. That's in the case of noun. In the case of verb, you need to singularize the verb. If you want to singularize the verb, you need to make it in S sound. So sometimes S, sometimes ES, sometimes IES. So we'll get a lot of example in the coming slides. So if it is singular subject, you put singular verb and the object. Simple, that's it. Yeah. So let's make some example. I go to church every Sunday. Okay. So this is the subject, and the go. I is considered in a plural nature. You know that, the first person. Yeah. So it takes plural words. So I go to church every Sunday. My brother runs automobile business. We own 2 cars. Look at that. Sheena is a singular subject. So Sheena speaks. Sheena speaks Hindi fluently. Okay. My family consists of 6 members. See, which is a subject here? My family. It's not my families. So my family consists of 6 members. The sun rises in the east. I told you that the universal truth. I pray every day. You should pray every day, We need the grace of God. Yeah. And let's make some exclamatory sentence like there goes the hero. Yeah, there goes the hero. Here comes the victor. You see that? Some kinds of exclamatory sentence. Give me a glass of water, kind of request. And clean the tables. Yeah, like if you work in a restaurant, the restaurant manager will tell you, as a student, if you go abroad, you will work in different restaurants, hotels, and clean the tables. The manager will tell you, clean the table. It's in order. Yeah, sometimes in our homes, mother would tell you, clean the table, boy. Yeah, can you help me? Please let me go. So these are the requests. Yeah, so how do we make this tense? We made it by simple present. Now you look at that. How many instances? This is the really important thing. If you learn simple present, I tell you guys, you can manage most of your communication demands in English successfully. So it's very important. So keep going. But here is the real secret of spoken English. People, they make a lot of grammar studies, they speak different tenses, but when it comes to the practical usage of tense, we need to make different kinds of sentences, not like a stative, as I have just explained. We need to make negative sentences. We need to make questions. Sometimes we have to make negative questions. Sometimes we have to make like a WH questions, like a how, where. So interrogative sentences. So this is what the real face of the spoken language. So that's what I told you. I'm going to teach you spoken English. I'm going to make you fluent English within a few days, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, if you follow these notes. Because I'm going to give you a lot of lessons like passive voice, how to make big sentences and even phrases, native expressions, colloquialisms, that will help you, especially common conversative phrases, word phrases you need to use in daily communication, right? So let's make some negative statement here. So what you have to do, you just put a note with the auxiliary verb. Here is the second most important thing. The first most important thing I've told you, singular verb, singular subject. The second thing is that you have to use the auxiliary verb do or does, you see that do or does, when you make a negative, sentence. So just make some colors here. Yeah. So do or does. So in any tense, you can't make a negative, a sentence with the not. Simply, the not can only stand with an auxiliary verb, do or does. So how do you use that? If it is a plural subject, you use the plural auxiliary verb. And if it is a singular subject, you use singular auxiliary verb. All right? So I go to church. If you want to make the negative of I don't go to church every Sunday. Yeah. So I go to church, and if you want to make the negative, I don't. So you see that. So you must use the auxiliary verb do with this sentence. And I like hamburgers. I don't like hamburgers. And she goes to church. You see that she doesn't go to church regularly. They don't speak English. See, the subject is plural, so you have to use not does, but do. They don't speak English. So simple. When you make a negative sentence, you just use do or does. In other words, I'll give you a trick to remember this thing. So actually, when you make a sentence, when you make a stative sentence, you said she likes burger, she likes pizza. So I said she's a singular and the likes is the verb. So I tell you, actually, in grammatical terms, it is she does like. So likes means does like. So if you ask me, how does the word likes comes up? It's a combination of like, does, or does like. So does like means likes. So you just imagine, just believe that does is already inside the likes. So when you make a question, you need to separate it and you need to show it up. That's it. The same in the case of making questions as well. Whenever you make a questions also, you have to show the auxiliary verb very clearly. So let's talk about some of the questions. Bring the auxiliary. And the other thing you need to know about, when you want to make a question, you have to bring the auxiliary verb outside of the sentence. You need to put the auxiliary verb just before the subject. That is the other thing. So any statement, you can make any statement a question, just remove the auxiliary verb inside and put at the end, put at the beginning. So for example, see that the same example. You go to church. So how do you make the question? So there is do in the go, which means do plus go. So you remove the do and put at the before the subject. You get, do you go to church every Sunday? Do you know English? Does she go to church every week? Do they like playing cricket? Do I know that? So, and there are some more examples. Does he know you? So these are the questions. So he, in the statement, we would say he knows you. I know that. But when you make a question, we need to remove the auxiliary verb, put at the beginning. So which is the auxiliary verb in this sentence? So here, I know that. So know means do plus know. So we need to put the do, take the do, and put at the beginning. So we say, do I know that? Do I know that? So just ask the question also, do I know that? How do I know that? So does he know you? Does she know you? Does it work? So when singular subject question, does comes at the beginning. So it's simply speaking, singular verb, plural verb. when you make a question or statement, we have to take the do or does, which is the corresponding auxiliary verb, which is stood with the verb. We need to take it out, but at the beginning, you get negatives or questions. Now, let's see negative questions. Yeah. So, you know English, that is the statement. Do you know English? That is the question. And negative, you don't know English. That is also a statement. But what about a negative question, which is also very important? Yeah, the same thing. Yeah, when you remove the auxiliary verb and put at the beginning, you take the not as well. So, don't you know English? Doesn't she practice for her program? Don't you want to learn guitar? Don't we know that issue? Don't I know very well? Don't I know you? Don't I know that? Okay, don't I know you? Don't I know you very well? Yeah. So I know you very well. So I'm just asking you a negative question. Don't I know you that? Don't I know you? You are very tricky. I know you. Don't I know you that? You are that guy. I know you. Don't I know you? Yeah. So you know, you can make any subjects like they, we, do they, or in the case of negative question, don't they go? Yeah, don't they go to class these days? Yeah, don't we understand that? Right? So these are the negative questions or negative expressions that you can make by simple present. They're all simple present, all right? Now here comes the most important, practically most important thing. You know that the communication, we often use WH interrogative questions most of the time. We need these question words in all our daily usages, especially in IELTS, the IELTS exam. The exam will ask you, oh, where, when, why. These are the kind of questions the IELTS examiner, and most of the time they use simple present. Now let's see how to make WH questions. So it's very, very simple. So you see that I'm just following an order. We make a sentence. Then when you want to make a question, we remove what? We take the auxiliary verb, put at the beginning, right? So, and if you want to make a WH question, you just put the WH word at the very beginning, in the sense, even before the auxiliary verb. That's it. So, add question words before the auxiliary verb. That's it. So, how do you make that? Do you go to church? That's what we have just explained in the previous section, previous page. And if you ask him, how do you go? Do you go by bus? Do you go by car? Or do you walk to church? So if you want to ask that, you just put the how, the WH question word at the very beginning, even before the auxiliary verb. So how do you go to church? Hi, John. How do you go to church every day? Yeah. How do you go to college? Do you walk?